Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here from Talladega, Alabama for the penultimate round of the Nationwide Sportsman Series. Next week is the finale at Michigan International Raceway. Coming into today's race, John Gilbert has a 5-point lead over Eric Rodriguez. He's got a 13 over Luis Hernandez and Dylan Schwallenberg, a 15-point lead over Rick Johnson, and then Ash Curtis and like two other guys. I'm going to go make sure and see who it is before we go green flag racing. Zachary Fitzwater, Rick Johnson, and Ash Curtis all need a good race today to gain some points, but they also need John Gilbert to maybe make a mistake, maybe even finish with a DNF. We've seen that happen here at Talladega. This was the race that usually changes all the point scenarios going into Michigan. Last season it was the game changer because Luis Hernandez won and Joey Murphy was in the crash, and Luis Hernandez won the championship here at Talladega. That could happen here as well today. John Gilbert could get up here, win this race, and everyone else back there crashing. Somebody's in the wall. Rick Johnson already having a problem. Talking about closing that team. He was already in the wall, scrubbing the wall down. Maybe something amiss on that number 93 Amoco Chevrolet. But 40 of the fastest cars here at Talladega. And the Monaco right here on the front row. Ryan Monaco, he's going to get some help in the middle group from Eric Monaco, but he's going to try to get in front of Andy Thomas and the Ford Brigade on that inside. Ford this season has been a huge step improvement-wise. Last season, with the only Ford teams winning was Roush and Team SB. This season, Roush has won. Ford Performance has won. Oh, and Penske also won last season. So it's like they're 4 wide. Look at this, 4 wide. Oh, championship. There's John Gilbert, the point leader. This is always the track that shakes up the points. Hernandez making it through. Somebody is blowing up. That's Stephen Thompson. James Shelley is rolling on his roof. I think Rick Johnson has also made it through this crash. I see no damage on the number 93 Amoco Chevrolet. I see no damage on the number 12. Actually, there's a little scuff. So Dylan Schwallenberg does have a little bit of damage. DJ doesn't have any. Ash Curtis sure don't have any. Joey Murphy doesn't have any. Joey Murphy could get up here and maybe contend for this championship. A good run here today. Zachary Fitzwater, I don't think he's got any damage. I think he avoided it. And Luis Hernandez avoided it. But the points leader, actually, Eric Rodriguez didn't get any damage out of that either. It's only the point leader, John Gilbert. And the back end on that Haas Automations Ford is pretty torn up. And that's heartbreak. You have a great season and it comes down to these restrictor plate tracks at the very end. And it's happened here so many times. Guys wanting to win that last race and going a little crazy early. Looks like Paul Jackson, a guy who's racing knockout Q guy, gets in there, gives the 41 a bad bump, shoots him up the track, and then he comes down and hits the 51. There's Alexander Rowe in it. And Rowe with a great save, though. What a save by Alexander Rowe. We're going to go back and look at that. He was dead 90 degrees. He hits Ash Curtis, or Sam Curtis, who's pushing Ash. That's going to throw, oh, man. That throws Sam just hard into the wall. Zorlian got a weird chunk of damage out of that. Oh, you could see some hard hits back here. Sam Curtis took a very violent hit. Oh, man, you can see the 22. I think that was the car we seen that Dylan Schwallenberg got a little piece of. That was James Shelley. Tough break for him. He's going to get hit by somebody sliding down the bank, and oh, the line just nailed him. You can see all the scuffs and black marks on these cars. Somebody blowing up. That's Stephen Thompson. Cody Lamas was involved in that. A lot of oil and a lot of debris cleanup here at Talladega. John Gilbert probably does not need to retire. They just need to work on this car. If they end the race for this team, this could be the end of his championship. I don't think we're going to see John Gilbert coming out. Yep, he's actually coming back out. You can see the nose got a little wrinkle. You can see it actually through our visor cam. You see right there, that gray, that's where the hood is buckled up a little. You can see on the back there, especially all that, just that dirt and grime and grease from all that stuff. And they yanked the back end a little bit. So John Gilbert gonna try to make it. Anything can happen. We can still have guys just wad up and tear each other up. We're gonna get you back to the green flag right now. Lights are still on that pace car. Lights should be off this time by. They are. 33 cars on the racetrack out of the 40 that started. Some big engine failures. Dodge Motorsports having a big engine failure there. We're coming to the green though. We got a damage glitch. The 99. Yep. Well, the leader's got a heavy amount of front end damage. Magically done. But green flag back in the air, and we're back to racing here at Talladega. Eli Bright up in the wall said he's got some speedy dry on the tires. Joey Murphy running second though. Here comes Zachary Fitzwater running a little high. Now it's time to see if these guys are going to play it safe, play it a little cool, try not to tear each other up, or are they just going to go full bore here and just race hard? Right now, Fitzwater and Luis Hernandez are trying to work together to get to the front of the field, knowing that if they can get up near the front, they can score some big points on John Gilbert. Right now, as we run, Eric Rodriguez is your current points leader. Going into the finale, he was only 5 out, so he could actually take a huge point lead going into Michigan. John Gilbert's going to finish P32. What it looked like from that angle. Eric Rodriguez getting a push from Eli Bright. Looks like some guys are trying to cool off, slow them down, not trying to tear each other up. They fixed Zorlian's car. He had to come in, was running third, was one of the cars that had to come in. They got it, pulled the side glass out and started just hammering and knocking it back out and trying to get it lined back up, that dent, trying to get it lined back up where that thing will still be aerodynamically sound. Eric Rodriguez, though, going to the lead. Sitgo is pushing Mobile 1's pushing Sitgo to the lead. Ford EcoBoost on the outside. It's Ford Chevrolet. 4 wide for third. Andy Thomas gave the wall a little scrub right there. There must be some speedy dry up there. That did break up that big 4 wide emphasis we just kind of had up there for the front. Right now, Luis Hernandez's teammate, Joey Murphy, leads. Here comes Stephen Pollard. Here comes a guy last season that was dominant the last part of the season. William Brock to the inside. Oh, almost contact between Rodriguez and Pollard. William Brock, last season winner from Texas World and Atlanta, going to the point with help from Luis Hernandez. Now Ryan Monaco sticking his nose back here in the mix. 4 wide, a little further back. 4, almost 3 wide, almost 4 wide for the race lead. Somebody's going to have to get out of the throttle. And I think it's going to be the point. It's going to be a guy running for the championship. Luis Hernandez knows about these championships. Oh, no, and he's in the big one. So is Fitzwater. So is Eric Rodriguez. Look at all these cars totaled. Luis Hernandez is blowing up. And there goes his shot to be back-to-back champion. It has gone up in smoke. Unless he can do something next week. Eric Rodriguez's car involved. Zachary, I don't know if Fitzwater was in it. Zorlian was in it. We're going to go see if we can find a 21 Sit-Go Ford. Yes. Eric Rodriguez has got a ton of damage as well on the Sit-Go Ford. We're going to go take a look at the crash. They went 4 wide for it. Right here, 4 wide for the race lead. Luis Hernandez kind of backs out of it. He would have been the danger zone if he hadn't have done what he had to do. We're going to go try to find a better angle. You can see right here, oh, his car just gets massive air. It goes into the wall, roof first. That's a bad impact. Goes up on the nose of Zorlian. You see Eric Rodriguez going around, Zachary Fitzwater going around. That's all the points contenders right there involved. Unless that was Ash Curtis he went up on the nose. I think it was Zorlian, though. Actually, it's some yellow car. William Brock. That's who it is. Got a full rear end view, and he's got an onboard. So we're gonna go and look at that gear wrench onboard camera coming into this lap, or coming off of this lap. He was battling for the lead here. See Hernandez pass him. Watch Luis jump up a little bit. Watch, here's the impact. You're gonna hear him. That's all you hear in the big one. Just a lot of bumps and bangs. And heartbreak right here. Just a big hit. Fitzwater has got our visor cam. We're going to ride on this really quick, see what he saw. A lot of torn up metal. Fitzwater actually out of the event right now. Out of all our championship contenders, we're going to go look at the thing down here. Fitzwater's out. Hernandez is out. The clutch is broke on the 24 pretty much. I can't believe he drove that thing back to victory lane with that impact he took to the wall like it did. Michael Haas is out. Zorlian, Will Goss. Will Goss had a long shot to win a championship this season. Had to basically win this race and then run next week and almost win that race to get in there. But right now, guys who are still running that are in championship contention. Dylan Schwallenberg, currently in 12th. A lot of damage. Eric Rodriguez, currently 8th. And he's got a ton of damage, but he wants to try to finish where he's at. If he can finish 8th on the racetrack with this damage, he's going to gain points and possibly pass John Gilbert going into Michigan. So we're going to get you back to the green here. It's only going to be a couple of laps to go when we go back to racing. Green flag back in the air. We missed it start. Sorry about that, folks. Eric Rodriguez moving to the inside, letting all these cars go, basically. Is that number 21? You can see it. It's broke. He's telling his guys no power. You can see him moving up lane. Something is broke on the 21. Something amiss on the Sit-Go Ford. That car pretty much totaled. Dylan Schwallenberg right now has a shot. Possibly. His car does not that bad damage. I don't see a scratch on it. He might be able to get up here and maybe contend, maybe win this, and put himself in a shot to win the championship. Right now, Tony Newman leads Andy Thomas, Ryan Monaco, Eli Bright, and Quentin Moore. A couple guys, Phil Parker. They say Talladega's the wild card, isn't Daytona? And it kind of is, because right now you have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 guys who have to run knockout queue, or 2 guys that are actually up in the front, 3 guys, no 2 guys, running up in the front, Quentin Moore and Phil Parker. They have to run knockout queue every week. Can one of these guys get up here and steal the win? Quentin Moore actually won the knockout queue race not too long ago. Maybe he knows how to do it. Oh, Ryan Monaco throws a block on Quentin Moore. DJ Harris trying to get a big run. You can see the damage DJ Harris has, though. I don't think it's going to be enough. Robbie Jackson, Eric Monaco, they're all trying to, you know, get a big push to get up there. Alexander Rowe trying to get a little run to get up there. Right now, though, Ryan Monaco pull it away. Will he get the first win for Monaco? Waltrip Racing. He is pulling away. Maybe he's the only car that don't have any damage. You can see there are a couple of the full throttle cars back there. David Diaz, Alan Matthews, Max Anderson. Last week's winner at Daytona. Cynthia Bright. Tim Randolph. John Gilbert's hoping for a crash because he would gain some points if they were to crash and be some big damage. You can see DJ way off the pace. Actually, they're going to probably catch DJ in a couple laps. Is Tony Newman going to go up here and make a battle? 2 laps of racing here to go at Talladega. Alexander Rowe has entered the mix. Phil Parker saying it feels like his engine's letting go on the number 4 Ford. Yeah, he's dropping back behind Dylan Schwallenberg, so maybe that engine is about to let go in the number 4 Ford Fusion. But right now, it's a battle. Tony Newman, Eli Bright, Annie Thomas. Annie Thomas, the master of Hillside, up there in Boston, Massachusetts. He's won their back-to-back seasons, would love to win. Today at Talladega, Tony Newman, last season came close to winning the Daytona race. Super close to be exact. Coming to the white flag with lap traffic. Playing in the mix, Phil Parker shoving the 99, the best of his best that he can. DJ trying to get out of the middle. Look at Parker go all the way to the inside. Tony Newman has got a huge gap now. And now the 2's got to shove the 33 all the way to the bumper. The 10 may be a sitting duck with all that air. He had a too big of a gap right there. Dylan Schwallenberg stuck behind DJ. Here they come through turn 3 and 4. Eli Bright's getting a huge run. Tony Newman better throw the block. It's going to come down to one of these last lap passes. Newman throwing the block. Coming to the stripe. Tony Newman is going to win at Talladega. And that is Tony Newman's first win for Ford Performance. Last season, it actually looked like this season, he looked like he was going to be a guy who dropped out of the top 30. And now he has scored his first ever Sportsman win. Heading into championship week, Dylan Schwallenberg going to finish 9th, so he is going to gain some points on John Gilbert, Eric Rodriguez. If you didn't gain points this week, like Luis Hernandez and I think Rick Johnson is the furthest out, I think Rick's going to probably be mathematically out next week. We're going to have to take a look at the points. The first group of points you're going to see is going to be basically everybody with a shot to win the championship. I know there's going to be a couple guys who could kind of go up there and snag them pole points and maybe lock themselves in. They will also be in the point standings of the guys who could win a championship. Right now, though, Newman, Bright, Rowe, Parker, Andy Thomas, Ryan Monaco, Quentin Moore, DJ Harris, Dylan Schwallenberg, Eric Monaco, Robbie Jackson, Alan Matthews, Cynthia Bright, Joey Murphy, and David Diaz have all survived Talladega and scored some points. The rest of their field right here down below. And we will see you guys next week from Michigan International Raceway for the finale. For the finale. Till we meet again, everybody.